Two previously spent 3 months in Romanian police custody last year on similar allegations. They were placed under house arrest pending a criminal investigation for alleged abuse involving 7 women.
Jannet Jackson covering the newest issue of Allure.
Exactly. I feel so bad. My band started playing the wrong song, and I know what to do, so I put the down.
I was walking and I kept on holding my head because it was hurting.
LA prosecutors have charged singer Chris Brown with 2 felonies, including assault.
In the blink of an eye, the spotlight can change from a shining light of fame to a harsh reminder of the times you have failed. The entertainment business is harsh, from the heights of fame to the pits of failure. Just a moment or a quick choice can make everything different. Today we'll be discussing some of the artists who destroyed their careers within seconds. So, let's get started. Marklemore.
I'm gonna pop some tags, only got $20 in my pocket.
Macklemore's song Thrift Shop, which came out in the early 2010s, was a big step forward for rap music. Its catchy saxophone tunes and happy lyrics about finding deals were very popular. This song, along with Can't Hold Us, made Macklemore famous and put him at the top of the charts. Sadly, controversy quickly followed his appearance at the 2014 Grammy Awards, putting a damper on his achievement. The choice to give Best Rap Album to Macklemore instead of Kendrick Lamar's well-reviewed Good Kid M.A.A.D. City caused a lot of debate. Macklemore is said to have admitted Kendrick's victory and personally apologized to him while he was under a lot of public scrutiny. He tried to make up with his critics by apologizing in public, but this failed and made them even more angry. A few people said that he was trying to win their sympathy instead of genuinely praising his colleagues' skills. Macklemore's career turned around because of this event. In the past, he did pretty well with sales, but his songs quickly lost popularity. The next record, This Unruly Mess I've Made, didn't do well at the stores, and it was the end of his collaboration with Ryan Lewis. Macklemore's Gemini didn't get much attention, even though it tried to stay current. It hurt his reputation in the hip-hop world, and the Grammy problem brought attention to how complicated the business is when it comes to authenticity and recognition.
You ought to be thankful for the little things.
Jannet Jackson. In the late 2000s and early 2001s, Jannet Jackson was a huge name in the world of pop music. Her records sold over 100 million copies around the world. There was a short incident at the 2004 Super Bowl that became known as Nipplegate. She was in charge of that game. Right now, her job, which used to be unstoppable, would never be the same again. The Hulu documentary Malfunction: The Dressing Down of Jannet Jackson, which was made by FX and the New York Times, is a shout back to this amazing halftime show. Jody Gomez, who directed the documentary, talks about how influential Jackson was before the incident. The important message on her groundbreaking album, Control, about freedom and creativity, has had an effect on many artists since then. It was clear that Jackson was a celebrity after watching her many stunningly beautiful music videos and frequent visits to award shows. The NFL and MTV worked together on the halftime show, which was meant to make people feel better. For some reason, though, people watching TiVo at home missed the famous wardrobe accident. This included the top executives from Viacom and MTV who were watching the game. Rachel Abrams, the show's senior producer, talks about what happened right after. CBS executives say that MTV planned the show, referring to an earlier teaser about shocking moments. The anger over the show took priority over a joke that was supposed to be funny. Gomes says that the red bra lace, not the following naturism, was the planned reveal. Because of this, Jackson lost contracts and deals, while Timberlake's career took off. He even got to play at the Super Bowl later than Jackson. The movie Malfunction looks into the unequal effects on the two actors, which suggests cultural bias and how gender, race, and fame all affect each other after Nipplegate. Ashlee Simpson. Saturday Night Live has had its fair share of crazy moments, such as Kanye West's speech in support of Trump and Nirvana's surprise kiss during the end credits. But anyone who grew up in the 2000s remembers the Ashlee Simpson lip-syncing debacle like it was yesterday. In case you forgot, Simpson was meant to play 2 songs from her autobiography album on an SNL show on October 23, 2004. Due to the reintroduction of Pieces of Me with her taped singing, her second performance, Autobiography, was not as good as her first performance of the song. Simpson was not ready, so as she left the stage, she did a nervous dance. Fans usually don't like lip-syncing because they think it's fake, but this event made her the first artist who was hated by everyone for lip-syncing. Simpson told BuzzFeed that she didn't know what to do because her band had played the wrong song after the event. For another reason, she told MTV News that she had severe acid reflux when they asked her why she added a backing track. Simpson said she looked like a complete fool, and that the whole thing was so embarrassing when she talked about it on MTV's Total Request live a few days later. Simpson has become more open about what happened in the years since it happened, and he thinks about it with a sense of distant clarity. It's definitely not hard to talk about. That was a very long time ago, she said in an interview with E! News in 2018. Even though she lost, she sees it as a turning point that made her stronger and more determined, which helped her performance and emotional growth in the long run.
All these baddies had too many. I promised that I would.
Chris Brown. In 2009, Chris Brown ascended to the top of the R&B and pop music charts, thanks in large part to his relationship with Rihanna. However, the trajectory of his career changed dramatically after a pre-Grammy party on February 8, 2009. According to Gawker, Brown and Rihanna got into a physical altercation after another woman sent Brown a sexually explicit text. Well, you can't make this stuff up now, can you? Brown aggressively attacked Rihanna, causing significant injuries and turning the quarrel into a terrible occurrence. The release of photos revealing Rihanna's injuries, a swollen lip and contusions on her cheeks and forehead, sparked widespread outrage. According to The Guardian, Brown was convicted of felony assault and criminal threats and sentenced to 5 years probation and 1,400 hours of community service for his actions. This incident forever impacted Brown's image and made him controversial. His following actions did not help his reputation. A Rolling Stone piece highlighted Brown's misdeeds, which included a series of arrests and violent confrontations over the course of several years. According to TMZ, Brown's brief incarceration in 2014 for probation violation was a watershed moment in his story. Andrew Tate. A lot of people used to like Andrew Tate, but his fame and image have taken a hit in recent times. Some social media sites like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube have banned him from using their platforms. These many bans were made because people thought Tate's work was hurting his mostly young audience. Tate quickly ended his affiliate marketing plan, Hustlers University, which had been a big part of his rise to building an online empire, after the rules were put in place. Members of this program could make money by getting other people to sign up and by sharing Tate's material a lot on social media. There were over 80,000 people who joined the program, which cost $49 USD. Tate's choice to be banned caused a stir, as representatives from Meta and TikTok pointed out the violations that led to his firing. Tate had millions of fans on Instagram and Facebook before Meta claimed policy violations involving harmful organizations and people. He was then banned from both platforms for good. In the same way, Tate's TikTok account has been forever deactivated, and the company is removing any content that doesn't follow its rules. They are focusing on removing misogynistic content to keep it from showing up in user feeds. YouTube was also involved, taking down Tate-linked sites for breaking rules, including posting hate speech. In response, Tate has said that the things he did were part of his comedic character, which makes his actions okay. He believes that the way he has been portrayed has caused people to have the wrong idea about him and make up a false story about him. Tate says that the media has focused on the bad parts of his life and spread false information about him, even though he has given a lot of money to causes for women. Tate says he will keep being an inspiration and a good example, even though people have said bad things about him. He makes himself look like a victim of a bigger social problem by saying that the bans are making the internet a worse place for everyone by spreading hate and division. Tate, who has been a bad guy in the story, says he is innocent and vows to fight for internet tolerance and acceptance of everyone.
It's a robot, like a super advanced robot. It's probably Japanese.
Megan Fox. From little parts in teen pictures in the early 2000s to becoming a worldwide sensation, Fox's rise to popularity was rapid. The role of Michaela Baines catapulted her to magazine cover stardom and Hollywood stardom. Her downfall was hastened by her outspoken personality, especially an interview she gave to a British publication, in which she made the controversial comparison of Bay to Hitler. It was with this comparison that her struggles in Hollywood began, particularly in a field where words matter. The comments made by Fox had already caused friction, even if the Transformers series was set to return. Details are still up for debate, but it is said that Spielberg's influence, resulting from his strong dedication to Holocaust remembrance, led to Fox's exit from the series. After she left, the writers had to rush to rewrite the next installment so that Rosie Huntington Whiteley could join the cast. Fox's later roles, notably the commercially unsuccessful Jonah Hex and the misunderstood Jennifer's Body, did not impress reviewers or moviegoers, and further lowered her Hollywood status. Fox herself expressed her frustration that her roles lacked acting depth due to her striking beauty. Although she has dabbled in television with Legends of the Lost and tried to extend her repertoire with parts in independent films, her career has not yet recovered completely. LMFAO.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Every Day I'm Shufflin' was the most famous line in Party Rock Anthem in 2011. It got everyone moving. And the fact that this hymn is now in the small group of songs with diamond certifications shows how popular it is. People all over the world love it. Redfoo and Sky Blue were the duo behind the hit song LMFAO. They were friends and family of the famous Berry Gordy of Motown Records. The fact that Redfoo might be Sky Blue's uncle is an interesting turn in their trip. After their public fight, there was no more music or lights at LMFAO's party. Sky Blue told everyone about their breakup on Facebook in 2016, saying that Redfoo left him during a big tour because of a back injury and tried to keep LMFAO going by himself. Redfoo's solo album Party Rock Mansion, which came out after they broke up, barely made it past 10% in sales in Australia in its first week. Former member Sky Blue, who goes by the name 8 Key, tried his hand at solo work with the albums Rebel Music and Fexkia Chaos to Consciousness, but his efforts to get the party scene going again failed. So that is all the time we had today, folks. Hope you enjoyed this video, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon on your way out. See you all next time.